Hey guys, have you ever wondered what is a binary? Binary is a numbering system that only computer can understand. Meanwhile, decimal is a numbering system that for only us human to understand. Binary, or more known as base 2, has two digits, which is 0 and 1. While decimal, more known as base 10, has 10 digits from 0 to 9. Let's get into the explanation. So what is binary? So binary, base 2 can only convert to 10, while base 10 can only convert to 2. Meanwhile, you cannot convert base 16 and base 8 directly to base 2. So you must go through the process of base 10 first before going to base 2.
Well, we take 27 as our decimal. Now let's convert the decimal to a binary. Now, how do you get a binary answer? So in this explanation, you must divide the decimal by 2. Let me show you guys. 27, what do you get after dividing 27? Correct, 13.5. So there's a remainder 5. So what do you do with the 5? First, you insert the value 13, but what will you put the 5 as? You put it as 1, as the maximum of digit for binary is 1. And the lowest is 0, so you can't put more than 1. If you do, that's not a binary, but might be a decimal, octal, or maybe hexadecimal. So now let's proceed with the division. Now what do we get after dividing 13 by 2? Yes, we get 6 with the remainder 5. Which we will write it as 1. Now we continue. We get 3 after dividing, which is perfectly 3, which there's no remainder, so we write it as 0. If there's no remainder, so you just write it as 0. Now continue the process. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So there's a remainder, so just write it as 1. Yeah. Always remember, don't ever use your calculator to find a binary, or maybe you like to divide them by 2, because the calculator might have an error or conclude an error. To prevent that from happening, just do a single division. Yeah. So now after you got 1, now put it out, as you cannot divide it by 2 anymore. So you get 1 and 0, and that's how you get. But you must remember that you must read it from the below to the top, which is equals to 27 with the base of 10 to this binary is 1, 1, 0, 1, and 1 with the power and with base 2. That's how you get a binary from a decimal. Now let's proceed to the next. Now let me just make you understand about this conversion to the next one. So you can also convert 11011 binary back to 27 with a power of 10. Just put in mind that if we didn't get the 27, we might be doesn't included by this number. So just let's say we only get this question. So how do we find 27? exactly how do we find the 27? Okay, now let me put you a reminder. The first value from the behind is a 2 with the power of 0. So yeah, which means 2 with the power of 0 is 1. So we keep continue 1, 1 and 1 is 1. 2 with the power of 1 equals to 2, which means this little guy is 2, meanwhile this one is 1. Other guy, 2 with the power of 2 equals to 4. Yeah, we get 4. These guys. So each time from the behind going to up, it was counted as 2 with the power of n. So n plus 1, which is from behind to the front. That's how do we read a binary calculating, which is, if let me give you an example. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, now there's 8 1. So usually this is set as automatically 0 with 2 with the power of 0. So the next one will increase 2 with the power 1, 2 with the power 2, 2 with the power of 3, until it's became infinity. 2 with the 4, 2 with the power 5, 2 with the power 6, 2 with the power of 7. Okay, now let me tell you something, like how do you get the exactly amount of decimal? Now put this in mind that, let me simplify this. Each time you add, remember the first person always start with 1. So the next person will keep increasing, like you add 1 plus 1 and go to the next one, you will get 2. So after you get 2, you must add by himself. So after that you move to the next one, you will get 4. See, isn't it the same as how the power works? So there's no there's no differences between you use the power or maybe use this method, but it depends on how do you think about this method. So no matter how many times you add 4 plus 4, it will always be the same as how the power say. So 2 with the power of 3 is equals to 8. So there's no differences. So you can use the power method or maybe the calculation and the additional method. For me, I prefer this one as I can see more in a clear way. So let's start converting 11011. Okay, now see this number, this guy start from the back. So of course we can't go through with our calculation. So how do you get a binary to a decimal? So now you get it. Remember, just write it down like 1 multiplied by 2 with the power of what? What power? Okay, now remember, these guys is the power 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you put it in. Because it's 1, there's exists 4 with the power 2 with the power of 4. Okay, now these guys are a family, so you must add them together so that they will be together. Okay, now add plus 1 multiplied by 2 with the power of 3, and then you keep continue. But always remember, if you see a 0, If you see a 0, remember 1 exists and 0 doesn't. So just consider 0 as he's already dead in a family member. So you don't need it to include him inside the family. So just keep him plus 1 minus multiply by 2 with the power of 1. Then you proceed plus 1 multiplied by 2 with the power of 0. And what do you get? So this one is 1, 2, 8, and 16. So 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1 equals yeah, 27. Perfect. The same as the one that we said just now. This one. See, the answer was exactly the same as how do we get it. So this is how do you get the calculation, and this is how do you get showing the formula how to convert from basis 2 to base 10. With this, you can gain marks in your test or maybe question of converting them. So yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys understand about my explanation about the conversion just now from base 2 to base 10. Please subscribe to this video. Thank you.